Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to the stream. Today I will be creating a new character. I'm going to be creating a wind-up version of my current tune. I decided that I'm taking a bit too long than I would like progressing through the main story, uh, using this guy, my main character. So I decided I'm gonna leave the whole progressing through the actual story at my own pace on this guy so that I could kind of speed things up a bit, so to say. And for streaming, I decided, well, I want to be a bit more consistent with the story instead of just hopping around doing all those side quests. So I decided to make a wind up character that's gonna be mainly on stream, focusing on just the main scenario quests instead of doing all the other side quests and such. Any side quests that would unlock Aether currents and stuff like that, I would most likely do off stream. Alright, so let's begin. New character. Uh, yeah, let's not load appearance data or anything because I want to make him fresh from the start. Of course, we're going with a Lalafell. Let's see the unique pose. Awesome. Alright. Uh, alright, so there he is. A wee people sporting short, rotund bodies. The Lalafell appears as no more than children to the eyes of most. Many of these nimble little folk hail from the islands of the South Seas, where they practice a simple agricultural lifestyle. It was not until the opening of maritime trade routes that the gradual migration of Lalafell to Eorzea began. Now, one of the most well-established races in the realm, Lalafells can be found in great numbers in nearly every city. Through Lalafellan culture, places through though Lalafellan culture places great emphasis on blood relations, individuals are known for getting along amicably with members of all races. Alright, so we confirm that we want a Lalafell. Do we want a Dunes folk or a Plains folk? Let's see what the actual kind of descriptions are. From the flat landscapes of the Plainsfolk's home island, where are where this Lalafellan clan takes its name. Their distinct hair coloration, a myriad of earthy and grassy tones, helps them to blend in well with the environment, acting as an effective camouflage against would-be attackers. It was the similarity of Lenosha's grassy fields to those in their homeland which drew the first settlers to the island of Vilbrand and what is now Limsalomensa. They are a clever and opportunistic people and crafty with their words. The generally accepted view of Plainsfolk is that they are a vibrant lot with a penchant for excessive conversation. Alright, and there is the starting attributes right there. Let's see the Dunes folk. I'm pretty sure the Dunes folk are more caster based instead of actually kind of like melee based, or you could say physical based. Alright, Dunesfolk. Perhaps the most unique characteristic of the Dunesfolk is their luminous eyes, a result of a glossy, protective layer which covers the pupil, an evolutionary response to their homeland's glaring sunlight. Many individuals wear a small traditional gemstone on their forehead, a symbol of their zodiacal sign. They are adamant about scholasticism, placing the advancement of knowledge before all else. The races tend to perceive male Dunesfolk as introverts who care more for books, business, and the prosperity of Ul'dah, city-state built upon Dunesfolk ingenuity, than the goings of the rest of the realm. So yeah, this is basically more caster based friendly, this would be more melee based friendly. So since I'm planning on going as a lancer, I'm pretty sure planeswalk would be best for me at the moment. So now that we've got that height, we're gonna make him as short of Lalafell as possible. Well, that's I'm pretty sure after. All right. We'll leave the skin tone as it is. That works fine. Now we need to go ahead and find my own hairstyle. There it is. Alright. Hair color. I made it completely white. So there we go. Face. Let's see the different faces. Well, I'm liking the one that we currently have, so let's not play around with that much. Jaw type. Not really seeing much of a difference between them, so I'm just gonna leave them. Eye shape, we can see. Alright, so those are more wider eyes. Yep, type 5 works well for me. Either side, we want small or big. I'm gonna go with the smaller one. Eye color, I have it white, so we're gonna go with that. Eyebrows, let's see. Well, I'm liking type 4, 5. I'm gonna go with type 5. Now, let's see the nose. I'm gonna go with type 2. Mouth. There are a lot of options for customizing your character in this game, which is pretty neat in my opinion. Alright, I'm gonna go with 2. Lip color. Well, we're gonna leave it as it is. See the ear shape. Pointing upwards to the side. Let's see. Let's do the pointing upwards. And let us shorten it a bit. Alright. Facial features. Let's see what. Nope. Don't want that. Do you want earrings? Okay, so where do you want the earrings to appear? Let's put it there. That looks good. Alright, tattoos. I didn't have any tattoos on my character, so we're not gonna do that. No face paint either. Now, a voice. Let's see. Oh my. Wait, no, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. Definitely not Mickey Mouse. Was it 9? Yeah. I'm gonna go with 9. Alright, let's see. Let's see the laughters though. No, I'm actually liking. Let's try 7. No, 6 is better in my opinion. Alright, so we're going with voice 6. Alright, now that we have that, let's confirm this appearance. Yes, let's save it. Okay, so those are my retainer ones, these two. So let's save it in slot 4. I am going to type wind up. There we go. Alright. Let's do randomize. Let's go there. Alright. Sweet. Now, which deity do I want? Well, I'm gonna go with Halloon since that's the Halone, since that's the one that I went with on my main. Alright. Now, of course, I want to start out as a Lancer. But the other classes are also pretty neat. If I was gonna start with one of those disciples of magic, I should have probably chosen Dude's Folk, but I knew what I wanted from the beginning, which is Lancer. So that's what we're going as. Alright, no, I don't want Lamia as my starting world. I want Excalibur. Just gotta make sure. Alright, yep, Excalibur, since that is my current. Where my FC is and all that good stuff, where my friends are. So, there we go, Excalibur. Alright, so, for name, we're gonna name it Wind Up, of course. Then the surname is gonna be Shirogame. Alright, so now that that is complete, let's confirm. Now, just awesome. Now that the character is created, let's begin a new game with it. Oi. No, and just a heads up, the only really side quest, well, yeah, I could consider it a side quest. The only really other thing, the only other thing that I'll do that's not main scenario will most likely be the, whatchamacallit, the class quests, because I need to do those in order to unlock abilities. So if I actually hit it, if I'm on stream, I will take a slight detour to complete it, because I believe that is important to do. Alright, let's move on. You alright, lad? You were moaning you were asleep, and swam buckets besides. That'll be the Aether, I reckon. Some are more prone to the sickness than others. No need to fret, though. You'll soon get used to it. Of course, a familiar face just appeared. feeling better, Kupo? Aha, you can see us. I had a feeling you could, Kupo. We're Muggles, and we live in this wood. Normal folks can't see or hear us, which makes you special, Kupo. Of course, these two can see them, they're just playing dumb. Because we all know who those two are. And seeing as how you're special, maybe you can tell us something. The wood's been restless of late. Lots of strange things happening. Have you chanced to witness anything suspicious, Kupo? Like how I'm just sitting there not perfectly. My legs are dangling. But of course you haven't. You've only just arrived. Well, there's nothing for it then. We'll just have to keep looking nice to meet. We'll just have to keep looking. Nice to meet you, Kupo. Namugul just drank this guy's booze and left off. Not cool. Britannia's still a fair way off, in case you were wondering. Seeing as you're awake, how's about you keep me company till we get there? I guess I could. Them young guns don't much care for conversation, see? Bur Bremont's the name, and Penlin's me trade. As for your good self, judging by your unusual garments, I'd say you were one of them new adventurers. Am I warm? I knew it. Going wherever the wind blows, seeking fortune and glory. Now that's what I call living. So long as you can avoid dying. I mean, ain't no secret that adventuring's a risky business, these days especially. What was it that first attracted you to it? I wonder. To gain power, to win glory, or to amass a fortune, or just silent? Well, let's go with to win power. Let's go the Vegeta route, shall we? Power. As in her power to do good. Like protecting the weak and fighting for what's right and all that? I thought that's what you meant. I thought that's what you meant. Well, adventurers do get up to a lot of fighting, that's for sure. Your words. You'll never be short of a chance to polish your warcraft in the adventure and business. When you arrive in town, you best enroll at the Adventurers Guild. They'll set you on the right path. And it wouldn't hurt to join a guild, neither. Gridania's home to a few, so if you fancy learning how to fight with a bow, polearm, or even spells, you should think about seeking one out. Just remember, though, there's more important things than fortune and glory, such as breathing. Ain't no profit in being dead, and that's a fact. Halt, go no further. What's this, then? Duh! What's going on? Skirmish has broken out up ahead with the Ixal. For now, for your own safety, you must remain here until... Bloody hells, we shall hold them here. Try to break clear. then off we go running away. That was too bleeding close. I sub the Exalt to send us a welcome party, though. Eh? Joking aside, this won't be the last time you meet those feathered fiends. So just you take care, alright? By the by, is this your first trip to Gridania? Well, technically no. I'm just gonna go with no. Thought not. Ah, but I'll wager there have been some changes since your last visit. Allow a journey itinerant to teach you a few new things about your destination. The city of Gridania lies slap bang in the middle of the Black Shroud, the biggest, luscious forest in all Eorzea. Though it ain't near as lush as it used to be, saying that, not since the Calamity laid half of it to waste. The destruction prompted a herd of new nasties to move in and gave the exile unneeded encouragement. Birdman raids have become a daily occurrence. Ah, at long last. Behold, Gridania, the forest nation blessed by the elementals.
エオルゼア最大の森林地帯国営の森。この地を領する都市国家グリダニアは森の都と謳われる誉れ高き古都である。巨大な木造建築物と無数の水車によって形成された町並みは国営の森の金に抱かれ守られているという。零災から5年、復興に向けて動き出したこの都市に今一人の冒険者が訪れようとしている。今はまだ己の運命を知らぬ者。
And here's where we part ways, son. I'm off to the markets to deliver me wares, then it's back to the high road for me. Here, I want you to have this. By the way, thanks for keeping me company. Oh my god, I am so tiny. Hey, you never did tell me your name, did you? Well, here's an idea. Become the sort of story personage I can brag about having met, and I'll consider us square. You know, I hope people don't miss me and not see me and just step on me while they're running like that. Because I feel like that might be a problem my tune would actually have. You there. Yes, you. Your face is not known to me. You only come to the city, no doubt. I am Bertrand, a woodwiller of Gridania. It is my duty to protect our nation from her enemies while welcoming those who may yet prove her friends. Let us see which you are. Not a trusting person. Alright, welcome to Gridania, vibrant forest nation cradled in the bosom of nature. Please select the control scheme you wish to use. Well, mouse and keyboard, obviously. Alright, don't need the basic controls, but I've already done it a lot, so. Follow the instructions to move your character and adjust the position of the camera. When you're ready, proceed to speak. When you're ready to proceed, speak to Burnmont. Alright. So, we don't need that. Of course, need to play with my HUD layout. Definitely need to play around with it. First of all, I could go down there. Well, a little bit up. And let's see. Let's have it at 80, shall we? Want it taking up too much space. There's the HP MP bar. Also at 80. Well, let's do save. Okay, so that's good for now. Let's continue on. Hotbar 1 needs to go down a bit. Needs to be scaled down a bit. Oh, yeah, that works. Here's Hotbar 2. Scale it down. Align it. Let's get 3. Turn it on. Scale it down. Align. Alright. Cross hotbar. You need to be scaled down a bit. Let's put you right there. Let's see. Well, everything needs to be scaled down a bit. That's a definite thing. Yeah. Alright. There we go. Notices can be scaled down a bit as well. Let me put the guild right there. Inventory, grid, all that. Let's see. This needs to be scaled down to, I think 60. No, 60% is not good. 80% is good. This needs to be scaled down 80%. Let's move this a bit here. Let's move the server info right there. Alright, status info other. 80%. Status info. Enfeeblements. Oh wait, it's gonna open that. Alright, so here's the enfeeblements, 80%. Here's the others, 80%. Where's the enhancements? That's 80%. Let's save that. No wait. Scenario guide, 80%. Right there. Limit gouge, let's put it at 80%. Put it up there a bit. Wireless, definitely 80%. Here. Let's see if we get. Where is enemy lists? enemy list. Oh, there it is. There we go. Now let us save. That is the duty list. Let's put it right there and scale it down. So alliance list. Wait, no. Oh, target bar needs to be sized down. There. Then let's put it right here. That should work. Alright, alliance list 1. That needs to be scaled down quite a bit. I think I'm gonna put it on 60. Put it right there. Alliance list 2. 60, save, right there. Alright, focus target. I don't really use that, so I don't need to worry about that for now. Pet hotbar. Pet hotbar. Put right over here. But it needs to be scaled down, of course. Aligned with that. So now that everything is set up right there, let's get one hotbar. Let's turn this on. Scale it scale it like this. Scale it down. Save. Right here should work. Then turn that on. Scale it down. 2 by 6. Save. Right here should work. Now I have 2 extra hotbars to use whenever. Alright, let's save that for now. That works. Alright, needs to go there. Well, there we go. I'm gonna put teleport and return underneath each other. Play guide, I don't really need at the moment. This goes up here, and my setup is complete. Initiating quests. Alright. I'm gonna be skipping through the tutorial since I've already done it. If you are new to the game, definitely take a look at it. If it's something new that I haven't encountered, I usually do that. And if I accidentally click off on it, I will go back. You can go back to, let me see, before we do that. I know, alright, it was in system, it is the active help. You could always go there, search, you could toggle which, under what kind of like thing it's under, and you could just have fun with that. Actually, okay, so also another couple of things. Let's see, system configuration. I need to increase my sound a bit for everybody at home. That way people can actually hear the game and not just me. Alright, character configuration. Something that I usually always do. Well, control. First, cutscene skipping. I skip playback of previously viewed scenario cutscenes. Because those tend to get a bit annoying when you're grinding certain dungeons. Alright, so for my inventory, I go to the interface and instead of normal, I do open all. and retainer interface, I just leave it as normal. Then, store all newly obtained items in the armory chest. I toggle that off so that any gear I get will go to my main inventory, and that way I could sort which ones I will just vendor off or deconstruct or whatever I want to do with it. If I'm going to equip it, then I equip it, instead of having it go to the armory chest and having it fill up and not, and that's easier for me to kind of like organize myself. So these are something that I usually like to do, just so that you know. Uh, Usually when streaming, this is what I tend to do. I tend to only have the names of others showing if I target them. That way, I can avoid people. I do understand people sometimes don't really like appearing on streams and such. So this is just kind of like my way of, hey, I'm trying to look out for everybody. And that's about it for my basic settings for now. So once you have it open up, basically this is the open all. These are all the 4 slots. It is easier for me that way instead of just having to toggle between 1, 2, 3, and 4. Of course, I haven't earned anything yet, and I have 0 gil, so let us start. To be recognized as an adventurer in the city-state of Gridania, must bear register, blah blah blah. Alright, let's just move on. Another green adventurer, I presume. I thought as much. We cannot allow strangers to wander Gridania unchecked and untested. Before you rush off, begin pestering every second citizen for work. I suggest you make yourself known at the Carline Canopy. That's the headquarters of the local adventurers guild, in case you were wondering. Carline Canopy is the building you see behind me. Speak to Mother Mion within, and she will take you in hand. Alright. Use the duty list to help you complete your task. So basically, duty list. Right here. I might need to move that just a tad bit. So, let's see. There we go. That seems a bit better to me, because I don't want it to be off the screen in any weird way. And it's perfect size for me, so that's awesome. I need to find a delivery Moogle to accept all the mail. Closest one is not in this area. I assume it will be somewhere there, at Keto's Amphitheater. Alright, basically you right click to interact with most of the stuff. Right click is your friend in this game, I always say. Oh my, I can barely reach the counter. That is concerning. Well, what have we here? A wide-eyed wondering young adventurer. Come to put your name down at the guild, I assume. Welcome. Mion's my name, or Mother Mion as most call me. The Carline Canopy is my place. As the head of the Adventurers Guild in Gridania, I have the honor of providing guidance to the fledgling heroes who pass through our gates. No matter your ambitions, the guild is here to help you attain them. In return, we expect you to fulfill your duties as an adventurer by assisting the people of Gridania. A fine deal when you agree. To an outsider's eyes, all may seem well with our nation, but naught could be further from the truth. People live in a state of constant apprehension. The exile and various gangs of common bandits provide an unending supply of trouble. Trouble compounded by the ever-present threat of the Garlean Empire to the north, and that is to say nothing of the calamity. Even now, the wounds have barely begun to heal. Ah, but I speak of it as if you were there. Forgive me. 5 years past, Eorzea was well nigh laid to waste when a dread worm emerged from within the lesser moon, Dalmud, and rained fire upon the realm. It is this which people call the calamity. Scarcely a square malm of the Twelveswood was spared the devastation. Yet despite the forest's extensive wounds, not a soul among us can recall precisely how it all happened. I am well aware of how improbable that must sound to an outsider. It is improbable, but it's also true. For reasons we can ill explain, the facts surrounding the calamity are shrouded in mystery. There are as many versions of events as there are people willing to recount them. Yet amidst the hazy recollections and conflicting accounts, all agree on one thing: that Eorzea was saved from certain doom by a band of valiant adventurers. Whatever else we've misremembered, none of us have forgotten the heroes who risked life and limb for the sake of the realm, and yet, whenever we try to say their names, the words die upon our lips. And whenever we try to call their faces to mind, we see naught but silhouettes amidst a blinding glare. Thus have these adventures come to be known as the Warriors of Light. Pray do not feel daunted by the deeds of legends. We do not ask that you become another Warrior of Light, only that you do what you can to assist the people of Gridania. Little does she know. Great or small, every contribution counts. I trust you will play your part. All that's left then is to conclude the business of registration. Here's a quill, scroll your name right there. Oh, I would appreciate it if you use your real name. There's a special place in the 7th Hell for those who use amusing aliases. Wind up Shirogame, And you're quite sure that isn't an amusing alias? No? Very well. From this moment forward, you are a registered adventurer of Gridania. Nation blessed of the elementals and the bounty of the Twelveswood, the guild expects great things from you. Look at what just arrived. Another goddamned adventurer. Don't you start with that. Adventurers are the very salve that Gridania needs. The Elder Seer herself bade us welcome them with open arms. Do you mean to disregard her will? Of course not. Lest you forget, it is my sworn duty to uphold the peace. Am I to blame if outsiders bring mistrust upon themselves? Makes a fair point. You, adventurer, mind that you do not cause any trouble here, or I shall personally cast you out of this realm and into the 7th Hell. Pay that outburst no mind. He meant only to counsel you. Suspicious characters have been prowling the Twelveswood of late, you see, and the Woodwheelers feel they cannot afford to take any chances. Again, very understandable. As is often the way with folk who live in isolation, Gridanians are wont to mistrust things they do not well know, your good self included. Fear not, however. Given a catalog of exemplary deeds, and no more than a handful of years, the locals will surely warm to you. On behalf of my fellow citizens, I welcome you to Gridania. May you come to consider our nation as your own in time. Now then, you may depend on old Mother Mio to teach you a few things that every adventurer should know. Alright. That concludes the introductory game tutorial. You have taken the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mion, then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Alright, so basically these are kind of like the new quest symbols. Foreign quests used to tell the story of Eorzea and her people are called main scenario quests. These tests are easily distinguishable from others by their unique icon. Quests using this icon indicate a task or series of tasks are tied to new duties or features you have yet to unlock. Alright, so basically, right there, that is Way of the Lancer. That's the Lancers Guild's own quest. That's one of the ones that I will be probably doing on stream if I get the chance to. As I feel like it is important for me to do them. They give decent gear, and they give abilities that I will need, so I feel like that is something important to do. Alright, Alright, let's do that because I don't want any headgear that I equip to be showing right now. I'm pretty sure one of the items that I'll get is probably my earring. Alright, we'll worry about everything else later. Let's do this. Moving on with the main scenario first, then doing the Lancer. Let us begin at the beginning, shall we? Now that you are a formal member of the Adventurers Guild, you must be sure you have a firm grasp of the fundamentals of adventuring. To that end, I have 3 tasks I wish you to perform. Your first task is to visit the Aetherite. This massive crystal stands in the middle of the Aetherite Plaza, not far from the Caroline Canopy. As a device that enables instantaneous transportation, the Aetherite plays a key role in the life of the ever-wandering adventurer. Once you have located the crystal, all you need to do is touch its surface. A member of the Wood Whalers will be present to offer further instructions. For your second task, you are to visit the Lancers Guild. There is no better place to learn the arts of the polearm. Speak with Jillian, and she will explain the benefits of joining the guild. For your third and final task, I would have you visit the markets at the heart of Old Gridania's commercial district. There you shall find weapons and armor and all the various items that an adventurer might need on his travels. There is, however, more to the markets than buying and selling goods. Speak with Parsimantret and listen well to this counsel. The master merchant can be uncooperative at times, so be sure to offer him one of my famous eel pies. Like so many men, he is much more charitable when his stomach is full. Here, I made a batch not long ago. You have your tasks lined up. May Napaka guide your path. This is gonna be amusing seeing how they call me now. Ah, and one more thing. Should you happen to come across any citizens in need, don't be afraid to proffer a helping hand. I'm certain they will be pleased to meet an adventurer in whom they can confide their woes. Granted, the work they offer is unlikely to be of realm-shattering importance, but prove your worth and build a reputation, and in time folk will be more inclined to entrust you with matters of moment. I also suggest that you lend an ear to the smith here in the canopy. Smiths are trusted representatives of the Adventurers Guild and are an invaluable source of advice for neophyte heroes seeking to attain greatness. That's probably something I'll do off camera, is doing the whole novice thing. They do offer decent gear. Pretty looking ones too. Alright. Alright, so these are basically all done. Let's start doing. So the Smith basic rundown. I'll see if there's a quest to do. Greetings, I'm one of the Smiths, Trucker of Fires and Forger of Futures. As a dedicated member of the Adventurers Guild, I have been trusted with the task of providing assistance to new adventurers. I see. You have but recently taken up the adventurer's mantle. Possibilities stretching out before you must be positively daunting. The Adventurers Guild, we see new adventurers as fledgling heroes. You are our champions of tomorrow, our nascent stars of limitless potential. My fellow Smiths and I are here to provide you with guidance, but the Guild also enlists a cadre of veteran adventurers who will be happy to share with you their accumulated wisdom. You can recognize these helpful men and women by their title of mentor. Mentors stand ready to advise you on any aspect of adventuring. They have hundreds of quests under their belts and will likely have a solution for whatever dilemma might be causing you trouble. A mentor may even offer to accompany you on your adventures. Highly recommend that you take advantage of a mentor's aid to enrich your experience in Eorzea. Pray do not hesitate to ask me if you would like to know more. Alright, new adventure status is applied to all players who have recently begun their adventures in Eorzea. Our seasoned players knows as mentors, blah blah blah. Alright, so we're just given that. Well, we'll leave it for now, I guess. So as you can see, there are quite a few side quests to do, but I will leave them for now. As I said, I will only be focusing on main scenario and the actual Lancers. Alright, let's attune to the Aetherite. Greetings, adventurer. I see you are faithfully following Mother Mion's instructions. Allow me to offer you a bit of instruction myself. I am Nisia, of the Wood Whalers, and I know a thing or two about the Aetherite. Yes, that big crystal right there. Aetherites are devices that tap into ethereal energies, and are primarily used as means to travel swiftly from one place to another. Return and teleport. The most common transportation spells make direct use of the Aetherites and their connection to the flow of Aether. And as these devices are found in almost every corner of Eorzea, any adventurer worthy of the name will wish to seek out and attune himself with each one. Surely, few things in this world are so useful to an intrepid explorer. But you need not locate them all at once. Before rushing into the wilds, I suggest you start with the Aetherites found here in Gridania. Should you wish to learn more about the Aetherite or transportation magic, I am here to answer your questions. Alright, so I have learned Return, which means that this is probably now my home point. Alright, so it's already set as home point. Awesome. Now, usually something I like to do is attune to all the all the Aethernet shards out and about. That way, when I do need to quickly transport from one place to another within the city, it's easier for me. I feel like that's one of the first things everybody should do once they are in a new city. They don't really have to necessarily go out of their way that much, but still, if you are near one, definitely attune to a shard. You now have access to the Aethernet. Quick travel throughout the city can be achieved by simply placing your hand upon Aethernet shards. So basically, a cool feature that they have here is that once you attune to all the Aethernet shards, you can just travel to any point inside the city, not of course any point, to any Aethernet shard inside the city, and you get access to travel at the gates of the city. So basically, for Gridania, you could travel to Blue Badger Gate, which is the gate where we kind of were. It is Blue Badger Gate right there. So to enter to Central Shroud, you get one for White Wolf Gate once you actually unlock it, because you need to be at least level 30 or so to unlock that area. But you could also travel to the Yellow Serpent Guild. All pretty useful in my opinion. Alright, this guy. By what right does a fledgling adventurer presume to address Parsemontre, master of the markets? You think you can stroll in here, bold as you please, and demand my hard-earned knowledge? Ha! A merchant does not for naught, especially when dealing with would-be heroes. If, on the other hand, you had some tasty morsel to curry my favor, then I might reconsider your request. Come now, this whole encounter reeks of Mione's handiwork, and more specifically her baking. Don't look so surprised, son. I smelled that eel pie of yours a malm away. Hand it over. That flaky crust, just divine. Very well, I am a man of my word. Pay close attention, for I shall only explain this once. The aspiring adventurer need look no further than the Rosewood and Ebony stalls. Both are but a short stroll from where we stand. If you mean to do battle, you best be prepared with a quality set of weapons and armor. Such goods are the province of the Rosewood stalls. Excuse me. Directly south of here, you will be pleased to learn that the merchants of Gridania are exceedingly particular when it comes to craftsmanship, so you needn't fear defective strapslite and the like. If it is potions and paraphernalia you seek, head north to the Ebony stalls. The shelves there are lavishly stocked by widely traveled Uldam merchants, and I may truly say that I have seen things among their myriad wares that I scarce knew existed. Do you follow me thus far? First step in any purchase is to select the stalls that meet your needs. Then you may concern yourself with price and profit. There is little more I can teach you with mere words. Go pursue the stalls and see for yourself what wares they offer. There is no substitute for first-hand experience after all, and I am weary of talking. Unless you have another eel pie. Alright. So let us go attune to that Aether current real quick. Alright, and I'm gonna tune to Miketo's amphitheater one, because I need to head to the actual delivery module. Alright, let's attune and let's head to the delivery Moogle to see what he has for me. Greetings, tall one. Tall one? Okay, I am a delivery Moogle, Kupo. Oh, I know what you're thinking. Moogles are supposed to hide in trees and avoid contact with outsiders. Why ever would they agree to carry about letters? Why, indeed? If I had my way, I'd be curled up under the canopy of a nice oak dreaming about some beautiful Mugulette with a rainbow-colored pom-pom, Kupo. But no, the moon had to go and drop from the sky, causing all of that terrible commotion. Aetherites were shattered and link pearls rendered useless for moons. The poor wingless people of Eorthia had no way of communicating with each other, beyond screaming at the top of their lungs, which no one really approved of, Kupo. That is, until the little horned ones asked us to assist them by delivering messages. At first, we were wary of showing ourselves, worried that one of you might catch us and skin us like you do every other forest furry. But once we saw how much we were appreciated, we knew we'd found our new calling. And I personally promised to try and not read any along the way, Kupo. Look, what I have here. 8 new letters just alright for you, Kupo. Alright. So, yep, the wind-up Paloom and Menfinia's earring. Take all. So, did it go to my... No, it did not go to my armory. It went right here. Just as planned. Alright. Here's Leon's gear. Ooh, I wonder. It's untradeable, unsellable. Alright. So there's that. There's that. A draught chocobo whistle, so my first mount. Awesome. A friendship circlet. An aetherite pendulum. And then the stripe vest, which is Cloud's gear. If I said Cloud's gear before, I apologize. Alright, so now for some general housekeeping. I assume those cannot be put into the free company bank. That would be a bit too reasonable, honestly. Alright. Now that we have this, recommended gear, Ring of Fortitude. Let's equip that. I cannot yet do, save gearless, so that's gonna have to wait. There's a draught chocobo, there's a minion, there's a draught chocobo whistle. Let us see. So, yep, multi-seat mounts. Alright. So, there's the actions roll. Well, I don't have any of that. Limit break. Gonna put right there. Alright, they're not here at all. They are in Mount Guide. Since I still only have the one, I don't really have any. Let's put that here, shall we? Actually, put that here. That is gonna be replaced soon. Oh, I need to use the Aether Pendulum. Let's use the improper readings, which is Fist Bump. Alright, let's see. Minion Guide, I got that. I don't have the random minion roulette yet. So, I'll put it here for now. There we go. Alright, now, to organize myself. Here's the strife gear. Wild Rose. Let's put the Tantalus gear. And here's Leonhardt's gear. Wow, Leonhardt's gear is actually an upgrade to what I have, so equipping it, equip it I shall. Alright, general organizing right now. Earring I do not need. We can return to inventory. Those are of course empty. That, the Lalafell and tunic. I don't think I will need that anymore, so I will return to inventory. All the Lalafell and gear. There we go. Alright, so now that we have that, let us head to Lancer's Guild. Okay, so let's do this. This seems a bit more natural to me. I think that's how I have it set up on my main. I cannot fully remember, to be honest. Alright. Welcome to the Lancer's Guild. I see you brought your own spear. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here, at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful, the 12's the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place, where spear masters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood dwellers. And it is here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles come into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized at all owed much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by Woodwiller Captain Mistala nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you bewildered list, speak with me again, and we can begin the enrollment procedures. Alright, so now that we've done with that, we have to do this. Well then, you made up your mind to enlist in the Lancers Guild? Yes, I have. Excellent. I shall let Guildmaster Uwain know to expect you. All who seek admittance into our ranks must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. Our guildmaster awaits you there. Pray make your way. Oh my. If I had known it wasn't really on like that. Alright. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. Though you have doubtless brandished a spear before this day, and perhaps even in earnest, you still have a long way to go before you may call yourself a Lancer in sooth. In my capacity as Guildmaster, I shall guide your training, beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exist myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. As an experienced Lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body, he transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a relentless assault, wheeled lancers forgo plate favoring armor of leather and chain. Such materials provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defenses. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield, for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hands, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus, has it been a mainstay of every great army since ancient times. Yet, know that a lance alone does words does not make a lancer, or does not a lancer make? Huh. Faced with unfavorable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. True Lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdainful of the odds that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to instill the essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Artist trials await you should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you the resolve to wield the lance? Yes. Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks. Ah, but I neglected to introduce myself. I am Yuane, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I hereby assign you your first task, a trial to be precise. In order to develop an affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things as distance, you are to go forth and brandish your spear with reckless abandon. Squirrels, ladybugs, and fungars that roam just outside the city shall provide you with a suitable challenge. Put down, let us say, 3 of each, and then report back to me. Is it because I'm short? It must be because I'm short. Alright, since I haven't attuned to all the Aethernet shards yet, I don't have the one that will lead me outside the city. I believe I need Botanist Guild and the Conjurers Guild. Actually, let me go get the... Oh, okay. This actually might be a bit closer. At least to the Conjurers Guild. Alright, I believe only the Botanist Guild is the one that's left. I got the Lancers, I got Mikedo's Amphitheater, Leather Workers, and the others. So, all these side quests I might do off stream at some point, just to gain experience and gil, of course. So if you ever see me log off at one level and then come the next day with a different level, that is most likely why. Alright, all the Aethernet shards are attuned. So now I have Blue Badger Gate and Yellow Serpent Gate. Alright. Now let us start. So there's experience points, finding items. Again, if alright, so this is a 20% increase when level 25 and below. This is a 30% increase when level 80 and below. Thus the 50% increase in my experience points. Wonder what it looks like, the friendship circlet. It's not bad, but I could do without. Now all that's left are the Bungars. And a level up. The fate system. Okay, so it's a fate nearby. Oh, and it just disappeared. Alright, let's see. Lancer's Guild. Oh no. Alright, let's see if I could. Just give me a sec, everybody. Alright, apologies about that. Streamer moment of the day, I guess. Alright, let's continue on. So, you are back. Trust you have learned something of the essence of our art. Lancer learns best when he's doing each thrust, making him stronger. Such things as strategy and technique will come in time, and never forget courage. Without it, you cannot hope to realize your potential. Your look betrays no hint of doubt. I would have you take I would have you take with you this hunting log. It bears the names of the creatures against which a lancer might hone his skills. To be sure there is no single way to master our art, the log serves to guide you should you find yourself in need of direction. That will be all for the present. Now, take up your weapon, sally forth, and cut a path for yourself. When next we meet, I hope to see you stronger for your time out in the world. Alright, so that's the level 5. Ooh, arm. Alright, let us eat. Only use one since I don't have much time left for streaming, so I will only use one so that I don't really waste anything. The makings of a gunbreaker. Alright, all the different quests to be done here. All will have to wait. The conquering hero returns. You have completed my little tasks, I trust. 3 locations you visited will feature prominently in your life as an adventurer. It is best you grow familiar with them as soon as possible. You took the time to listen to the woes of the citizenry. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to lend your talents to one and all, no matter how trivial the matter may seem. I am thankful that you are an obliging sort, wind-up. It is adventurers like you who will win the hearts of the locals and pave the way for those who follow. I pray Gidania can rely on your aid in its struggles to come. Alright, and now that is a level 4. So I need to be level 4. I am 1 level away. Ooh. Actual gear. Let's do it. Crunch, 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 crunch. Crunch, crunch, crunch. What the? This is enough. Must have mistaken the smell bit for a nut while I was out foraging for food in the forest. A spare snapple misplaced by some sorry soul from Tree Speak Stables, I suspect. It was in their vague vicinity that I amassed the majority of my masterable morsels. Well, I've already had a hefty helping of these here nuts, so I won't be walking for a while. Might I trouble you to take this to Tree Speak Stables in my stead? Prior to parting, pray speak to Barnabontant at the Yellow Serpent Gate. Listen well to his directions, or you'll liable get lost. Alright, so we'll go to the Conjurer's Guild then. On an errand for that glutton of a Lalapel. Aye, past the gate, and to the west you'll find Tree Speak Stables. If memory serves me. If memory serves, that iron snaffle of yours looks like the kind they use in Chocobo Birtles. Bodwine would be the fellow to ask about that, of course.